Greetings, everybody. Jeffrey Guterman with the Strat-O-Matic Network. And I am back to try it again. I was so anxious and depressed. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Buenos dias. Is this a, what is this? Taco Mexico burrito. What what is that? I was just saying, Kathy, I could barely make it through. And I don't know what to say. Oh, Cinco de Mayo. There you go. Beautiful. Cinco de Mayo it is. And yesterday I discontinued I ended a broadcast due to just being too depressed and anxious. And I woke up this morning and I just did not feel like getting out of bed. I finally got myself out at about 9 a.m., which is late. And I'm going to give it another try today. Things can't be that bad. And no matter how bad it is, if I lose everything, as long as my loved ones are okay, if I lose everything, that's not the end of the world either. So let me just try to enjoy this ball game. I'm resuming it. It's 8-1. A real loser of a game. But I can handle it. And just give you a little background on what happened here in this game. Peters started for the White Sox, the left-hander, and Butler, a left-hander, also still going for the Royals. And Peters allowed 4 runs in the first inning. And then 2 runs in the second inning on a 2-run home run by Luis Alcaraz. And they ended up getting another run. Hamilton came in and pitched long enough to finish that inning, but allow it a run on his own. It was unearned. That run by the one in the third was unearned. And we are in the top of the 4th. Butler's still at it. Christian walked, he's being held. Okay, can I just say that? Christian walked and is being held, and Ron Hansen. How about a nice warm-up question indeed. Let's get it, Kathy. Let's get a nice warm-up here. And Naked Gun. Reggie Jackson is brainwashed to kill who during a baseball game? Wow. You know, I was not into that movie. I don't think I've ever seen that movie. And so, uh, I remember hearing about the movie. Had quite a cast. Are you talking to me, Queen of England? And is it? That's it, Queen. You got it. Not Queen. I'm sorry. Are you talking to me? Gets the answer. Very good. When you say, great question, Kathy. It's a crazy movie. I don't know what you mean by big shortstops. He's playing first base today. He's 86 years old now. Tall and large, gotcha. Gotcha. Well, it is Hansen, the big man. It is an 8-1 game. Christian being held at first. Here's Butler now. And the pitch to Hansen. 6'4" right-handed. He flies it to center. Under that is Northey to make the catch, and the runner will, Christian will hold on a 6'4" right-handed, one away. Here's Ken Berry now. Oh. Okay, Butler now from the stretch. The pitch to Berry, 5'8", right-handed, flies to center. Again, it's Northey. And Northey makes the catch. It's 2 outs for Jerry Morales. Morales is really the way. To pronounce it in Spanish. Morales. That is really the way to pronounce it. Morales. Morales. Okay, here's Butler now. With 2 outs and Christian on first being held. The pitch to Morales. That's 3-9, left-handed, struck him out. I'll tell you, Butler is pitching fine baseball here today for the Royals. No runs, he walked Christian. He was left on base. We have gone 3 1/2. We've had our warm-up question. And here's Jack Hamilton. Boy, this guy. Oh my Lord. That's 1, 2. This is his second endurance inning. A man with a 6.49 ERA. In a relatively meaningless ball game. I would say a really meaningless ball game. But that's just my opinion. Maybe if I just force myself to not think about shit. Just try to enjoy the day, for Christ's sakes. Our next game in our 69 replay will be Seattle at Minnesota. That's another snoozer. We are in September 20, in case you're wondering. It'll be Gene Brabender pitching for the Pilots and Jim Perry for the Twins. At least we get to watch the Twins. Just don't give a shit anymore. Don't give too much of a shit. That's the thing. Well, it's bottom of the fourth here, and Joe Foy will lead it off here. Joe Foy, 1 for 2, singled, scored in the second. He flew to center in the first. It's Hamilton on the mound. He has been unimpressive. Here's Hamilton now. And the pitch to Foy. And he leads off next inning. Nice to see if he can get through this inning here. That's going to be 2-9 right-handed, and that is a chopper to second. Picked up by Morales. And he throws him out. That's one away. I remember Mr. Kenya was his name, I believe, was my Spanish teacher in 9th grade, the first year. And he taught me, said on the first day of class, if you're able to do anything after this year, this school year, you're going to learn how to speak Spanish. You may not understand it, you may not, but you've got to first and foremost speak the language correctly. And so he made a big deal about that. I'm sure he's dead now. Here's Lou Piniella. Mr. Kenya. Hamilton now. He gets the sign from Pavlitic into his windup, and the pitch to the rookie, Piniella, 2 for 2 today. That's 4-6 right-handed, chops it to second X. Morales a 322. There we go again. It's going to be a G1 picked up. E22, 5, 6, 7, 8. And he's going to get that on a G1. So it's 2 away now. Vanilla grounds out. And here's Chuck Harrison. Harrison reached on a force and scored, walked and doubled up. Hamilton now. And that is a 5-12. Right-handed grounder to short. Aparicio has it, throws it over to Hansen. And that's a 1-2-3 inning for Hamilton. Impressive. We've gone 4 here. And it's still 8-1. There will be a hitter for Hamilton. He ends up having pitched 3 innings. And he allowed 1 earned, 1 unearned. It is 8-1. And we're going to find out who's going to come in. But before we do that, let's go take a look at the scoreboard in real world. Yesterday. I'll just do this very, very methodically. Oh, holy cow. Oakland 20, Miami 4. Toronto over Washington 6-3. Phillies beat the Giants 14-3. Cleveland 7 over the Angels 7-1. Orioles again win. They beat a Cincinnati 2-1, a 1-run ball game. Texas beat Kansas City 15-4. Seattle over Houston 5-0. The Mets lost to Tampa Bay 3-1. San Diego 13, Arizona 1. The Dodgers beat the Braves 11-2. Were the Yankees off? Looks like the Yankees were off. I don't know why that would be on a Saturday. Looking at the standings, the Orioles have a 1-game lead over the Yankees in the AL East. Cleveland's gotten off to a real good start. They're in first. The Mariners, not a great division, the AL West. They're tied with Texas. Phillies off to a great start. A game and a half over Atlanta. Boy, the Marlins are bad. 9-26. Dodgers with a 4-1/2 game lead already. Did I say the Marlins sucked this year? Did I happen to say that? Because they lost 20-4 to Oakland. Holy Christ. The Yankees won, Kathy Harden. Kathy Harden says the Yankees won. Where is that Yankee game? You know, sometimes this thing on MLB will cut off a... Oh, there it is. I missed a couple games, folks. Yankees 5-3 over Detroit. Minnesota beat Boston 3-1. The White Sox beat St. Louis 6-5. It was the Cubs over Milwaukee 6-5. The Pirates won a 1-0 ball game over Colorado. Toronto over Washington 6-3. And that will, I just didn't click the thing enough. So the Yankees won at 5-3. And that's where we're at today. As far as today goes, May 5th, I don't see any free games. Oh, look at that. There's a free game on MLB. Atlanta at the Dodgers, 4:10 p.m. That might be worth watching. Paxton, 3-0 already, will be going against Freed. I don't pay for any of that. White Sox stink too, Doug Hunt says. Let's go take a look at the White Sox here. We're talking real world here right now. Let's take a look at the White Sox. 7-26. Holy cow. A 212 winning percentage. Holy cow. They have the worst record in Major League Baseball. Holy goodness. You ain't kidding, Doug. You ain't freaking kidding me, are you? I always, you know... And they won. And they won in 10 innings over the Cardinals. And they still, look at that record. Thank you, Doug. You're the second person to wish me a happy Cinco de Mayo day. Thank you. Their top hitter is only 245. How do you like that? We're going to be heading to the top of the fifth momentarily. Kathy wished me a happy Cinco de Mayo. Mayo is actually how I would want to put it. Meanwhile, Butler pitching very good baseball. Kathy Harden for the Royals, I might add. Always like to see Kathy's team win. We're doing our 1969 replay here, folks, and we are in the home stretch here. This is really getting, there are, look at that, 18, this is game 18-17. There are 1,944 in the entire season. So you do the math, 17, that's 127 games left, 127 games. I play, let's just say I play one a day. That's 4 months. That's 4 freaking months. That's going to bring us to May, June, July, August. Yeah. Uh, there's two things I need to do right now. One of them is go to the lavatory for a quick um, thing, you know. And then the second thing is fill my coffee. Funny thing is, I went to bed last night and I went into bed and I said, Jeff, you have not smoked weed today. And you don't feel like smoking weed anyway. And then I realized I did frickin' smoke weed. I smoked weed at about 2 p.m. This was like at about 8 p.m. Eastern. I'm in bed. But I'm just trying not to give too much of a shit about anything. I gotta tell you something. That's the way to go. All right, Doug. Doug, I look into I go on YouTube a lot. I much prefer it to broadcast TV. And I go through all sorts of things of people, famous people, celebrities, whoever, who have lived tragic lives. And I'll tell you, it helps. It really helps me. I know it's bizarre, folks, but it helps me realize, not that I'm glad it happened to them. I'm just saying my life is not so bad. Anyway, great to have all of you here in text. We are back. I have the coffee. And there's going to be a hitter for Jack Hamilton. How do you like that? Well, I'll be a horse's ass. There's going to be, and guess who's coming in next inning? Oh, yeah. Sammy Ellis. Sammy Ellis with a 5.83 ERA. Isn't that a succulent earned run average? Indeed, Kathy Harden. In frickin' deed. He's got a 0 hold, so he'll be a +2. Samuel Ellis will be the new pitcher. Give him a chance to throw a little, see how he does in this 8-1 ball game. And it's just sort of an obligatory thing. He pitched enough anyway. Jack Hamilton. Let's see who they might have used to pinch hit in real world. Not that I have to do that. They used Pete Ward. Ward, though, I believe is a left-handed hitter. I don't think I'm going to use him. They used Tommy McCroy. He's a left-hander. Gail Hopkins came in to pinch hit. He's a left-hander. Can you believe all these freaking left-handers? Against Butler, the left-hander. No, thank you. They used... my God. This is really a Awful team. I'm going to use Buddy Bradford. I have no idea if he was hurt or anything, but it's only a game, folks. It's only a simulation game. Dwayne Josephson pinch hit. It's going to be Buddy Bradford. So Bradford steps in the batter's box here. Right-hander going against Butler, and let's not forget about Bill Butler has pitched good baseball here. Bill Butler allowing 1 run in 4 innings. Okay, here's Butler now. Ooh, that's good coffee. Ah! Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, that is some good freaking coffee. Oh, Lord. Oh, Christ. That is some good coffee. Wow. Okay. Okay, Bradford. Oh, Lord help me. Yeah. Here's Butler now, the pitch to Bradford. 5-7, right-handed, and he chops it to second on a 5-7 right-handed. That'll be Alcaraz 310. He gets it G1, E10, 6-10-12, and he throws him out. So Bradford grounds out to Alcaraz, and as a pinch hitter, and that'll bring up Walt Williams. Walt Williams. Oh, that's good. Oh, that is good coffee. Oh, that is good freaking coffee. Oh, that is good coffee. Oh. Okay, here's Williams now. Butler pitching very good baseball. Here's the pitch. Yeah, 2-7. Left-handed, grounds it back to Butler. He fields it cleanly. Clean as a baby's ass. And he throws it to Chuck Harrison for the second out. My play of Strat-O-Matic, it goes way back, folks. And you may be wondering, well, why are you doing this? I'm saying I'm doing it because I have nothing else to do. And if I don't occupy myself with something, I'm going to go out of my frickin' mind. Here's Louis Aparicio, 2 outs, nobody on. And I try to always be transparent and honest, sometimes to a fault, about how I feel, what I think. And that's the way it goes. I mean, you know. I'm sorry, that's just the way I do it here. And it's been pretty much of a downer for about a while now. I have not been my usual charming self for a while. And I am sorry. So it's the good and the bad. 2 outs. Here's Louis Aparicio now. Butler, the windup, and the pitch. That's going to be 1-5 left-handed. He walked him. He walks Lewis. I think it's Luis, if we want to be correct, against with Mr. Kenya teaching me the correct, you're not going to go Louis. I mean, yes. That S is not silent. Come on. It's Spanish. It's Luis. Luis Aparicio. So Luis, look at him 1-19. Look at Luis 1-19, -3, 1-16, 1-14. If with a lead, that's going to be borderline. 1-14 with being held with a lead. And he is not being held. That means he's got the lead. Lord. Look at that. He gets the lead automatically. It's a house rule, folks. So he's going to be 1-19, 1-16. Whoa. One to frickin' 16. I didn't realize that. If he 1-16 not being held. Holy shit. Oh, we have a double. We have a 7th inning double here. Thank God. Something to get me out of this. From Kathy Harden, a double shot here. I might even come up with some good ones. I have one that would blow your minds. All right, well, I guess it's too late. I could hold them. But we're not going to hold them. Fuck, we're not going to hold them. With a 8-1 lead, 1-16, he's not even going to frickin' go. Oh, yes, he is. So 1-19, 1-16. There he goes. He is safe. So Aparicio steals second. That was a bit of a mistake on the defensive side. In its figuring, you got to realize that without the lead. And that happens. And that's all built into the replay, Folks, the errors, mistakes, the poor managerial decisions, they're all built in. So Luis Aparicio steals second with 2 outs. He had 24. He was 24 for 28. And he's an ace stealer. And this brings up the great Don Pavlitic with 2 outs and Luis Aparicio on second here. Here's Butler now. And the pitch to Pavlitic. That's going to be 6-11, if I'm reading that right. And it's going to be a fly ball to right field. It's 6-11 right-handed. That's 6-11, right? Yeah, sure. And that's going to right field for Oliver to make the catch, and the side is retired. That doesn't matter. The stolen base means shit. No runs, no hits, the walk. And there's going to be a new pitcher here, Sammy Ellis. Sammy Ellis coming out to take his warm-ups. Oh, boy. Sammy. Ellis. Sammy Ellis is deceased. He died in 2016. He died at age 75. He lived a decent life, about average life expectancy. Major League debut in 1962. He died of cancer. So Ellis comes in taking his warm-ups. There he goes. Taking those warm-ups as he will face the bottom of the 5th here. Oh, yes, he will. Oh. 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 Okay, Ellis is on the mound. Oh, that coffee went down the wrong pipe. Just that little bit. Sammy Ellis on the mound. Here is Jerry Adair to lead it off against Ellis, the right-hander. It's 8-1 Royals. Royals already took the first game. This Chicago team just having a miserable year. The Sox have sent an SOS to Sammy. You know, I don't know what it is with me, Kathy, if I have some sort of, you know, pre-senile dementia, or maybe I just have dementia, mild. But is there a play on words there? You know, maybe I'm reading too much into your text. Socks send an SOS to Sammy. I know there's something to that in language. There's some sort of play on words. And if you could tell me what that is. I sure would be grateful. Because I take what you put in very, very seriously. I'll wait to see if you respond. To save them, to save them. Oh, yeah, I know, SOS, sure. Okay, so there's no really reading into it. Okay. Maybe socks is a 3-letter word. SOX. SOS from SOX to Sammy Ellis. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe there's nothing wrong with me. Maybe it would be good if I got complete dementia. Then I wouldn't even know anything about how bad I feel and how unhappy I am about life. Here's Jerry Adair now. There's some truth to that. Here's Sammy Ellis. The pitch to Adair. 1-7. That's going to be a base hit by Adair. You know, Adair, play me or trade me. That's what he said. I forgot what team he was on. But Jerry Adair eventually was traded or unprotected, picked up by the Royals. Good ball player. Jerry leads it off with a base hit off Sammy Ellis. And there's very little SOS business to do. They're already down 8-1. And Jerry Adair leads it off with a base hit. It was a 1-7 right-handed single. 16 on the 20 die. And Adair will not be held. And here's Campanis, the son of a man who exhibited gross racism. What a fucking... Even if you believe it, it's inappropriate to say. Even if you believed it. So, and they're winning 8-1, so we'll let them hit. Look at that card. Here's Sammy Ellis now. This fucking coffee. It goes so quick. Oh, God. It goes so fucking quick. Okay, Ellis is ready here. After allowing the leadoff base hit here to Adair. Here's Campanis, right-handed hitter, Ellis from the stretch. Pitch to Campanis. That's going to be a 6-4 right-handed. That's a fly to center X. And you got someone good there. You got Berry. He's perfect. He's literally perfect. I mean, you know, a 1-0. My God. You can't get anything on him. Look at this. He's a 1-0, even on a 1. See where all the 2 through 5s have doubles, triples. He doesn't miss anything, and he has no errors. The only thing you can do on him is a rare play. That's going to be a 2-1 F2. See, that would have been a 2 or higher. You would have had a hit there. He really is good. 6, 11, 15, 0. So it's going to be a clean F2 with a runner on. But it's a runner on first, doesn't matter. So it's going to be a routine fly ball to Ken Berry. And that's going to be 1 away here. Now Bob Oliver. It's 8-1 Royals. And it's Sammy Ellis on the mound. Okay, Ellis now from the stretch with a dare on first, not being held. The pitch to Oliver. That's 5-8 right-handed. Struck him out. That's the first for Sammy Ellis. I don't think people who care about me, or even if they don't care about me, say, Jeff, you don't need to be disturbed about these things in your life. The people that you love, they're gonna get along fine. Just sort of roll with it and do the best you can. No need to punish yourself. No need to torture yourself. Jeff, just to sort of do the best you can here. There's freaking nothing you can do today. Well, here's Bill Butler. He gets a good hand from the hometown crowd. Bill Butler. Pitching very good baseball. Not to be confused with Billy Butler. Lord. There's the Bill Butler I'm after. Seven seasons, pitching very good baseball. So Butler steps into the box, facing Sammy Ellis.
Bang.
Okay, here's Ellis now. It's a dare on first, 2 down. Ellis. The pitch to Butler. That's 3-7, and he grounds it to second. No, a dare not being held. And in Strat-O-Matic, that would not be, super advanced would not be a single anyway, if he were. And the side is retired, so we have gone 6 innings. It's 8-1. And please, folks, work with me, okay? If I'm not my usual great self. Once someone criticized me, they said, Jeff, you said you announce these games as if it's so exciting. It's true. Don't over-excite your announcing. Okay, this is a routine ball game here. Okay, be like a real announcer. Announce the frickin' game. I mean, if someone hits a walk-off home run or something, okay, but don't have an orgasm every time something good happens. I mean, really. Oh. Oh, maybe I'm better off that way, taking a hit at about 2 in the afternoon or 1 in the afternoon and no more. We're gonna. It's Big Bill Butler, and look at this. This is his first endurance inning. He's pitched great baseball. Don't forget, we have a double shot here in the 7th. But what I'm going to do, folks, is I'm going to treat myself to a break for about 3 minutes, give or take. Okay. And when I come back, we're going to continue this ball game. I hope you're not on the edge of your seat, because sit back, relax, and enjoy the ball game. Enjoy the ambiance. Enjoy the frickin' ambiance, folks. Get my music set here, wherever the hell it is. There it is. It keeps coming back on my history quite quickly now. I'll be back very shortly. Yes, I will. And as you know, my name is Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Network. We'll be right back. Well, I'm back here in Studio B, and it's awfully nice to have you with us. And Bill Butler will start his first endurance inning. Don't forget, we have a double shot, 7th inning stretch. Bill Butler takes the mound. Taking his warm-ups. This youngster, actually, I don't think he's that young here. I think he had been, well, whatever. Oh, that is good coffee. It's going to be Bill Melton to lead it off. White Sox down by 7. It's 8-1. After starting pitcher Gary Peters got shelled, and then for 4 in the first and 2 in the second. Melton is 1 for 2. He singled and scored the only run today for the White Sox. Here's Butler now. That's a 3-6 left-handed. Oh, it's hit deep by Bill. Oh my, it's deep. It's going to left center. Back to the wall goes Louis Piniella, and it's gone. Bill Melton, the first pitch off Butler in his first endurance inning, hits a home run. It was a 3-6 against the left-handed home run, 1-11, and it was a 10, just clearing the fence. Haven't gotten many home runs from Bill lately. I remember he won, I don't know what year it was, if it was 71 maybe. He won the home run championship with only 33 home runs. Anyone remember that? A home run by Bill Melton to make it an 8-2 ball game. And for Bill, that is home run number 20. He had 23 in real world. A leadoff home run. For Bill Melton. Now Bob Christian will come to the plate. Christian singled in the second and walked, was left on in the fourth. Here's Butler now. They're just doing a little maintenance here at Kansas City. Here's Butler. That's going to be 4-7 right-handed, fly ball center for Northie. And Northie makes the catch, 1 out. Here comes the big man, Ron Hansen. The big shortstop who's playing first base here. Okay, Butler trying to keep it together and remain with endurance here. It's an 8-2 game now. Here's the pitch to Hansen. That's going to be 4-7. Right-handed, fly ball center again for Northie. 2 outs. And here's Ken Berry. Berry walked and flew to center. A lot of chances for Northie out in center today. Here's the pitch to Berry now. That's 4-2, right-handed, walked him. So Berry is on, 1 more hit or walk, and Butler is fatigued. And there is no action in the Kansas City bullpen, Kathy Harden. I might tell you that. No action at all. That bullpen is dead. With Jerry Morales coming up. It's Berry on first, 1-13, 1-10. Not being held. And that's if he had a lead. Oh, I like super advanced stealing. I'm glad that I was really able to get that. Thank you to David, aka Baseball Demos. Okay, here's Morales with Berry on first, 2 down. Butler trying to get out of this with endurance. Here's the pitch from Butler. That's going to be 6-7 right-handed. Oh, he walked him. He walked him. And that means Butler reaches fatigue. And that's going to be it for Butler now. That is it for Butler. There's no use in burning people out when they are fatigued. I don't care how well they're pitching. That's going to be it for Butler. There's going to be a little break in the action because there'll also be a pinch hitter here for Sammy Ellis. Ellis ended up pitching 3-4-1 inning. There'll be another pitcher. It's going to be Don Sechrist, another winner. Left-handed hitter with a 6.8 .08 ERA. Don Seacrest. Yeah, that is. Well, let's not forget he's a human being. Okay, let's not put him down. Let's not frickin' put him down. Let's see who's coming in to pitch here. It's an 8-2 game. It's going to be Dave Moorhead. Dave Moorhead. We had talked about this. Moorhead is the only person who is carded who really is in a position to pitch. And we're going to give him a chance with this 8-2 lead. Moorhead, even though he had a 5.73 ERA, Butler ends up pitching 5 2/3. He only allowed 3 hits. My goodness. Walked 6, struck out 1, has allowed 2 runs, and he's responsible first and second, 2 outs. We'll see if Moorhead can put out the fire. It's a Dave Moorhead, and let's see who's coming in to hit here. For Sammy Ellis, we already know Don Seacrest will be in. This will be a right-hander. They got plenty of left-handed hitters, and they used left-handed hitters in real world in this game. Gale Hopkins pinch hit, and he's a left-hander, so he's got a whopping 265 average. I don't see why not. So Gale Hopkins comes in to face Moorhead, a right-hander, and Moorhead is ready. It's 8-2. A home run by Hopkins can bring him back kind of in this ball game to make it an 8-5 ball game. But we'll see. Here's Moorhead now. The pitch to Hopkins. .69 left-handed, grounds it to short X. That's going to be for Jerry Adair, a .424. Play me or trade me, we'll learn how to frickin' field. 6'9", grounded to short, Adair, .424. It's first and second. .424, 10-4. Oh, a G3 pound. Infield is not in or anything. No one being held. We've got that extra rule right here that we keep track of. So on the G3, 6'11", that could be trouble for Adair. 6'11", 5'10", 16, E24 on Adair. Oh my. E24, how much you want to bet? No, he makes the play. Oh, what a play by Jerry. Oh, on a 3D dice 16. You add it up yourself, and he's an E24, and there is no 16 right here. So that's going to be a clean G3, and that is going to retire the side. Beautiful play by Jerry Adair to get the Royals out of that. And Moorhead does it. There was one run. It was the home run by Bill Melton, his 20th of the year. Butler ends up getting charged for 2 runs in his stint, and he is the winner of record. He pitched enough. Peter's the loser. That's 5 2/3. And look at Moorhead getting Hopkins to ground out in a clutch situation. Wow. And now we're going to get a chance to look at a new pitcher. Don't forget, we have a double shot. Don Sechrist comes out. Don Sechrist. Still alive. He's 80. My God. He had a record of 0-1 lifetime. He appeared in 28 games, period. Played on the White Sox in 69 and 70. And then sent back to the minors. Taking his warm-ups. I had no idea he pitched so little. You get a lot of people like that. So Sechrist taking his warm-ups here for the White Sox. It's 8. It's 8-2, and it's going to be Northey leading it off. Scott Northey to lead it off here. Northey 2 for 3, doubled scored, singled scored, grounded to short. Sechrist now 6-point ERA. Left-hander. Okay, here's Sechrist now. And the pitch to Northey. That's going to be 4-8 right-handed, grounds it to short. And Aparicio has it, throws it on over to Hansen, the big man who used to play shortstop, one down. Thanks to Doug letting us know about that. That's going to be one down here. And here's Luis Alcaraz. Sechrist now gets the sign from Pavlitic. The pitch to Alcaraz. That's 1-9 left-handed. Oh, it's hit deep by Alcaraz. Oh, and he already hit a home run, but it's going off the wall. And Alcaraz comes in with a stand-up double. How do you like that? Luis Alcaraz really hitting today. Wow. Look at that again. 1-9 left-handed. Home run 1-15. Boy, I didn't know. It was only his second home run. He only had 79 at-bats. But he don't at me, folks. He started this game in real world. We use real world lineups in this replay. Luis Alcaraz with a double. And Louis is still alive. He was born in Puerto Rico. And what a game for Louis. Louis 2 for 3, a walk unscored, a 2-run home run. He did tap back to the pitcher, and then now a double off Sechrist. Luis Alcaraz on second with 1 out. And that's going to bring up Joe Foy. You want to talk about troubles. You want to talk about life troubles. And we feel bad for Joe Foy, what happened to him. I don't wish bad on anybody, not even Trump, because it'll just come back to get me. But he died when he was only 46 years old. He died of a heart attack. He had a history of substance abuse, which continued after his retirement. He later became a counselor, but there must have been something wrong with his heart. And you know, that's why you need cardiac treatment. You know, my heart was checked. I had an EKG. It looked good. She told me my heart was just checked. The only thing we're concerned about now is lung cancer and colon cancer. And I have a couple of referrals, which I've been putting off only because I've had so many things to do. But a CAT scan of the lung and lungs, and then a colonoscopy, which I need oral medicine for that because I cannot drink that shit. I've tried before. I'd rather die.
What's up, guys? It's Quandale Dingle here. I have been arrested for multiple crimes, including battery on a police officer, grand theft, declaring war on Italy, and public indecency. I will be escaping prison on March 28th. After that, I will take over the world.
I would rather die of colon cancer, really. Here's Foy now. Sechrist from the stretch with Alcaraz on second, 1 out. Here's the pitch to Foy. 6-9, he pops it up. Oh, to Aparicio. He makes the catch 2-away. All right. A 6-9 right-handed. Whoa. And here comes Piniella in a clutch situation. Sweet Lewis in a clutch. The sweet rookie here. 2 for 3 today. And he knocked in a run. Here's Sechrist now. The pitch to Piniella. That's going to be 4-7 right-handed. He struck him out. And that was a pretty good performance there for Don Sechrist, given he's got a 6.08 ERA. And played only 2 years in Major League Baseball. And, you know, this guy is, I think I said he was 80. That's going to be the side, no runs. The double by Alcaraz. Then he got Sweet Lewis to strike out with 2 outs in a clutch situation. And we are heading to the top of the 7th. Don't forget, we're going to have a nice, leisurely 7th inning stretch with a double shot. And spread them out, will you, Kathy? Spread them out, will you? Give us let us enjoy it. Here's Moorhead now. Moorhead in his first full inning of relief. Dave Moorhead. So Moorhead takes the mound now. In for Butler. He's still alive. 81 years old. He first came in '63. He had a no-hitter. Shit. 1965. Started on the Red Sox. I'm going to top this coffee off with what I have left, which is not too much. Well, actually, it's more than I thought. Wow. Oh. I really don't enjoy the drugs like I used to, whether it be the caffeine, the cannabis. I really don't. But here's Moorhead, and he'll face the top of this White Sox order. It is 8-2 ball game. Stranger things have happened. Walt Williams to lead it off. Now it's Kathy Harden for the Royals. Let's keep that in mind. Williams 0 for 2, and he walked. Here's Moorhead now. Pitch. Pitch to Williams. Oh, 3-8 right-handed. That's a fly to center. Oh, look at that, in a sea of trouble. Look at that break he got. And under it is Northey. And boy, Northey has had a lot of putouts today. Lord, I don't know if it's really a lot. Maybe not. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess that's a fair amount. So Williams flies to center. Moorhead has retired 2 in order with that 5.73 ERA there. Here's Aparicio now. In for Butler, who tired. In the 6th. Here's Aparicio. And the pitch from Moorhead now. That's going to be 3-8 right-handed. Grounds it to third. Scoop by Foy. Throws to Harrison for the second out. So Moorhead doing very nicely here in this rare stint. Again, he pitched a no-hitter in 1965. He only had 33 innings this year. It was a 3-8 right-handed. And that'll be 2 away for Don Pavlitic, 0 for 3. Flew to center, flew to right twice. Here's Moorhead now. And the pitch to Pavlitic. That's going to be 3-9 right-handed. Struck him out. And the side is retired. Dave Moorhead. A 1-2-3 inning. And that will retire the side. Give me a minute here. Kathy, give me a minute. Again, it was 3-9 right-handed. Struck him out. Look at that. Isn't that impressive how you could bring a Moorhead in and get a very nice performance thus far? We're in the middle of the 7th inning stretch. And do you all know what that means? See if I can read that. The first president to be photographed, not necessarily as president, was not as president. Well, were you talking about before or after? You talking about before or after they were president? Because he wasn't president. No to both. Okay, it's going to be Quincy Adams. Yeah, it's Adams. We have to be talking about, it's Adams. And I knew that. I think I knew that. I think I freaking knew that before we go on. It's Adams, Kathy Harden. Thank you. And that is a very important question. It's this picture right here, even though that's colorized. I don't know if this is also one. It's quite a great question. He was a former president. It was 1843, and it is a daguerreotype, I might add. Exactly. I thought this one was also. I think there were several maybe taken in that session. And that's a super question from Kathy Harden. And Bill, if you want to say who was the first president to be photographed prior to his presidency, I'm not sure what the answer is. It very well could be Lincoln. How old was he there? I'll tell you this, he looks better than me. I'd have to look it up. I'm too lazy to look it up right now, Bill. I'm too freaking lazy. He was, let's keep in mind, he was only the 6th president. Okay? He was. I think he was 76, 75, 76. He died, 76. He died, just as a few years later, Bill. I'd be very surprised if they don't have the picture of him post-presidency. And he was considered a brilliant person. Here it is. I think there had to be at least 2. This is the daguerreotype taken by Philip Haas. It looks to me like there were more than one taken. You see? It looks to me like there's more than one taken. This was the one that I'm familiar with. This is the. Can you believe he was only the 6th president, folks? This was a. He was not a founding father, but he was like, what do you have? You have Washington, Adams, Jefferson. Is it Madison, Monroe? And then Quincy. Is it Madison? Was Madison the 4th? Then you have Monroe. Then you have Quincy, the 6th frickin' president. This is a man who was born if you take his year of birth, he was born in 1767. Okay, 1767. This is before the United States was formed. Which is just a mind blower. Yeah, it was Madison, Monroe, then Quincy. In fact, the first person born after this country was formed was Martin Van Buren. And, you know, there's a lot to say about this frickin' picture, because this guy had a set of burns that rivals, I don't think it rivals anybody. I think this guy, this guy, don't make me freaking do it. Bill, don't make me. Don't. Oh, don't make me frickin' do it, please. Don't try to make me feel better. Oh, don't. I have it saved. I have it frickin' saved under photos here. And there he is sticking out right there. There we go. There we go. There we go. We got, I think those burns would have worked very well. Those, yeah, I think that. I think that would have worked out very nicely. You see what? You see Kathy Hart? Isn't it wild? This guy actually lived. Okay, this guy actually lived. I mean, he was a real person. I'm a mind reader. Okay, I'm a frickin' mind reader. And Kathy Harden, thank you so much for that. That was awesome. Kathy, can we take a break for about 3 minutes before we get to the second question? Because I said I wanted this savored. Can I give you the okay when to go ahead with the second question? Because this is double shot. This is meant to be savored. Unless you want to drop it right now. It's your call, Kathy Harden. It's your call. But that's 1843. That's amazing. It's a daguerreotype. I mean, if you want to talk, folks, if you want to talk about daguerreotypes and historical photos, I'm going to show you one. You see what you've gotten us into here? Frederic Chopin, a real genius. The this is him in a daguerreotype from 1849. And I believe it was the same year he died. I'll take a break. Folks, this is genius right here. This is a man, and you know, I have dabbled in classical music for the past few years since the pandemic. I mean, I used to love it. My father used to play it when I was 4 or 5 years old. I used to love it. But you know, he wrote the funeral march, and it was played at JFK's funeral. I have to say, this is a genius, folks. This is a frickin' genius you're looking at right here. Thank you, Kathy. He died, believe it or not, at age 39 years old. 39 years old. His health declined. Serious illness. He'd have to lie in bed all day long. His mouth and tonsils were aching. And what he died of, I'm not sure. I'll tell you this, I don't know who this is, but this is a sweetheart. She was a student and a friend of Chopin. Wow, she's pretty. Wow. Here it is. And sometimes you don't know the actual cause of death of these people, you know. He was Polish. And of course, yeah, here it is. His cause of death has been a topic of debate. And of course, the big tuberculosis was on his death certificate. But other possibilities included many other things. Yeah, the death masks. Yeah, I don't know how they produce those. Do they actually make a mask of the face? Okay. But what I want to do is I want to take you back in time and say that this frickin' guy, we've all heard of Chopin. I used to pronounce it Chopin. But this is just wild, because I consider Chopin, and he was a romantic era, okay? But I consider him to be like the last of a classical era, including Beethoven, Mozart, you know. Everyone after him to me was like modern, if you follow. It's my own punctuation. So you can go, even Tchaikovsky was older, a romantic, of course. And my favorite, Sergei Rachmaninoff. These people were later, they were Plenty of pictures of these people. But this is like looking almost like at a Beethoven. This is a Chopin stereotype, and I think it's just 30 frickin' 9 years old. And as Kathy Harden has invited me, Kathy Harden is so accommodating. She's so nice. I think Lincoln had a death mask. Okay. I could be wrong. I am going to take a break for about 2 or 3 minutes. Then I'm going to make some coffee. And we're going to get to the second of a double shot. In fact, I'm going to make the coffee now. And isn't it something how we are able to just go down memory lane here. I'm going to make some coffee and we'll go from there. Okay, I'll be back. It's just going to take me a couple minutes to make the coffee and then take a break. That was one hell of a question, Kathy. That is, you want to send me down, send us all down. Send us all frickin' down to memory lane. These people are gone. But that Chopin picture, folks, that frickin' blows my frickin' mind. Blows my frickin' mind. I'll be back. You know what? I don't feel like any more coffee. I feel like weed. I feel like weed, folks. Oh. I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Kathy Harden, for you. Kathy Harden, we owe you a debt of how does the saying go? We owe you a debt of gratitude for what you have done for what you do for us. And I am not shitting you right now. I know sometimes I'm sarcastic. And I don't want to make you feel obligated to hang out here. And this goes for everybody. Everybody. Bill Ivanme. This is my life. This is my social interaction. Okay. 39 years old. Oh, that was tasty. Oh, that was so tasty. Hold on, Kathy. Hold on. Okay, Kathy. That was my break. I'm gonna take a walk outside after your question is processed. So anytime you're ready, here it is. 47 consecutive World Series games were won by a team from what city? How can that be 47? Well, I must be right. If Bill Ivamy says New York, I have a second answer. 47 frickin'. I think Brooklyn had already been made part of New York. We get it. 47. Are you telling me that they in World Series swept 4 straight in 11 World Series, parts of 12? Holy shit. But wait a minute. Didn't the Dodgers beat them in 55, Bill? How could that be? How could they win consecutive World Series games where now I'm getting all messed up in the head here. Bill, how could that be? Oh! Oh, it's a trick question. It's not really a trick question. What it is a frickin' amazing question. And the Giants, 54, sure. Holy shit. 49. Phillies, yeah. Holy shit. Did they sweep? Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. They played the Giants in 51, and that went 6, I believe. 52 was a Brooklyn, New York. 53, Brooklyn, New York. 54, swept. 55, Brooklyn, New York. And 56, Brooklyn, New York. It ended in 57. That is... Now, if it was 49.58, how could that be? Oh, okay, yeah, because you're counting both sides. That's one of the best questions you've ever asked, Kathy Harden. That is one of the best frickin' questions you've ever asked. You know that? And whoa, I'm gonna need a little break after that one. Whoa, with the weed, you know, it just. And just for that, Kathy Harden, I've got a little something to show you. He broke the streak in game 2. Oh, Bill Ivamy! Oh, heaven help me. Bill Ivamy telling us when. I have a little gift for you, Kathy Harden. And I'm going to present it to you while I take my break. I am going to show you, and this is, I feel very strongly about this. Okay? I feel very fucking strongly about this. While I take my break, I am going to show you the face of a genius. And I will be back, everybody, in just a few minutes. That was one of the greatest fucking questions ever asked here. This guy died at age 39, maybe of tuberculosis. Back then, their diagnostics were not really, you know, but so many did die. He lived 39 years. I am 65. I am alive. I have my own problems, to the point where I get terrified. Look at that coat. He's wearing a coat, under that a suit with a vest and a bow tie. This was a frickin' genius, folks. You can use the word any way you want. I think Da Vinci was a genius, Einstein, Oppenheimer. I mean, there's all sorts of multiple intelligences. This man was a frickin' musical genius. And I'm gonna leave you with him to take a gander. It's funny how people didn't smile in those days. Now, this is taken 1849, I believe, or 1848. I'm not sure exactly, but getting back to the idea of when this was taken. Lincoln was like 38 years old, and so was Edgar Allan Poe. He was born the same year. This guy, I just want to let you know something. This guy was born in 1810, the same, like the year after. The year frickin' after Lincoln. Maybe you're right, Bill. I'll tell you something, it hurts my face to smile. I'll tell you, so to go through that for 10 seconds. I've also read that it was sort of a custom back then. It was sort of a moray, a social convention. not to smile. I don't know why. $12.08, and I already took a hit. I'll be back. That was the best freaking question I've ever heard in a long time. Oh, okay, that could be 2, Bill. Yeah, that could be 2. Folks, I will be back. I'm going outside right now. I'll be back in a couple minutes. I'm hoping to finish this ball game and see how Seacrest fares. He retired the side in order in the 7th. Quite impressive. Like I said, I'll be back. Hey everybody, Jeffrey Goodeman back here in Studio Frickin' B. And I just came up with a metaphor for that I'm trying to hold a wall, like a dam or something. But I can put up an artificial holder there, a holder of not me. And, but I can do the best I can. I have to let fate be the thing that holds the dam from flooding over. And not to take anything so seriously anymore. I have, you know, sometimes I'll do things like I will, we're gonna get back to this ball game, by the way. It's Don Seacrest. Getting a look at some nice people here today. We saw Hamilton came in for Peters. And then Ellis, Sammy did fine. Hamilton, Hopkins hit for Hamilton, and this is when, wait a minute now. See, when you do the weed, here we go. Yeah. Hamilton 3, yeah. Yeah, Bradford came in to hit for Peters. That's what happened. And then Ellis came in. Seacrest came in after they hit for Hopkins. And that's where we're at. Okay, that's where we're at. Now we have lots of great shit going on here in my own little world here on Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball. And this is what you call a snoozer. Kathy Harden, you frickin' outdid yourself. You frickin', I didn't think it could be done. But looking back at these questions, the first president to be photographed, just absolutely awesome. And he was the 6th frickin' president of the United States, people. This guy was the 6th. I think he was the first non-founding father. But he was the son of one, and it's the 6th frickin', I mean, you know, if that's not frickin' history, and it's a daguerreotype, that's not a photograph. And if you want to know what a daguerreotype is, go look it up. Or ask Bill Ivamy, maybe. He knows. Maybe Kathleen knows. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. And this provoked me to bring up a picture taken around the same time of the classical composer in the romantic genre, Frederic Chopin. The same year he frickin' died, probably of tuberculosis, but we're not sure. Oh, that frickin' question blew my fucking mind, Bill. And Bill, did you get it? I think I wrote it, but I didn't get it. Yeah, I think on this one, let's look on the text here. Let's look at, and we're not patronizing you, Kathy. We're not frickin' bullshitting you with accolades. Yeah, I wrote New York, and so did Bill Ivamy. And then Bill Ivamy, is Brooklyn part of New York City? Well, what year was Brooklyn part of New York City? Well, it was fucking part of New York City during that time frame. Okay, we can go back, and you know that, Bill. But you didn't know the years. And then Bill gave the years. Horland supposed in the 50s, and Kathy just opened my, when she said "and giants," I said, whoa. And then I started doing my figuring. Oh my Lord. And Bill Ivamy says that following up Kathy Harden's question with one is like following Jimi Hendrix. I didn't get it that at first, but now I do. Now I frickin' do. Well, I got one to follow it up. and I'm gonna be, I wanna research it first to make sure I have this right. Yeah, there we go. This will not be as great, but as far as, let me just get the yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. There's the documentation. My question. And who the hell is this guy anyway? Because this is, this is one very strange dude. And Kathy, I hope you don't take offense to this when I do it. Oh Lord, I'm looking forward to it too. Let me just get that piece again. This guy is really a fucked up guy. And it's just my own value system that makes it. Now you gotta understand my question is based on speculations, but multiple speculations by other persons about this, something that happened. Okay? I think I'll do it after this inning. Get it over with. Okay? Now, it really crosses the line, but it is a piece of knowledge. It is a piece of trivia. It really crosses the line, and I hope you all understand that sometimes I do that. And I hope you, I mean, how offended are you? How fragile are you that you're not going to be able to take something that is utterly and then you're going to say it's not as bad. Can I get any feedback on that? It has nothing to do with race or bigotry or racism. It has to do with
Education offers over 30 respected education degrees and has the same accreditations as schools charging much more. Learn more and apply today.
Get this straightened out here, Don Seacrest. One of the most bizarre games I've played. Trying to hold it together in here. Seacrest fared well. He just allowed a double, but left him on. Fourth pitcher for the Chi Sox. It is an 8-2 game, and it's going to be Chuck Harrison. I'm sorry. Yes, it is Harrison leading it off. And if anybody's interested, let me know. If you want my question, I have a little interest. It's over the top. Okay, here's Seacrest now. And the pitch. That's 6-7. Right-hander, and there's a double. Another double allowed by Seacrest. Well, that shouldn't bother people too much. You want it. Bill wants it. Yeah, he's, I just out of respect for Kathy, but Kathy, Kathy's from New York, and I know this is manipulative, but I want to say she's far too intelligent to be offended by some sick trivia question that I'll give it to you at the end of this inning. I think it's funny. I think it's just absolutely hilarious. And if you know this, Bill, boy, yeah, if you know this, boy, you're gonna blow my mind. Not like as much as Kathy has. Jerry Adair is coming up. It's Chuck Harrison on second, and we have no outs. And Don Seacrest with a very, very juicy 6.08 ERA is on the mound. Okay, here's Seacrest now facing Adair. Play me or trade me. 2 for 3 today. Seacrest. That's going to be 312, and he flies it to right. And under that is Williams to make the catch. 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th. And here's Jim Campanis. I hate to put Jim and, associate him with his father. I don't want to put anybody down. I could put myself down, but his Al Campanis situation here, when he was invited on Nightline, and I think racially insensitive comments is a euphemism for ignorance and bigotry. Okay, I think it was, I remember when it happened. I was old enough to know, I was advanced enough to know. This was 87, folks. I'm 50, I was 29 frickin' years old. And I frickin' knew that this guy was fucked in the head. But nevertheless, he had a son, Jim Campanis, who was good enough to make the majors. And he's got a very, very, very weak card, but they're winning. We don't care. Campanis is 1 for 3. And here's Seacrest now. Kathy Harden, you are a winner. You're a good sport. She says, I'm sure I won't faint. I just say sit down, though. I just hope I word it well, the question. Yeah, and I think he was, now I think I hear something, Bill, that he was actually nicer to Jackie Robinson than a lot of other people. So, you can have certain sort of ignorant attitudes and still have some sort of accepting it. You can have contradictory attitudes. Here's Campanis now. Seacrest. That's 2-5 left-handed. Oh, he grounds it to short. That's going to be an A with a runner on second. You know what that means. I'm pulling it out. No, I'm not pulling that out. I'm pulling this out here. Okay? It was a 2-6 left-hand. Wait a minute. 2-5. 2-5 left-handed ground ball short A with a runner on second. And that's going to be a if hit to, and why don't I always remember where the fuck ground ball short, otherwise runners hold. So it was hit to short. It was a 2-5 left-handed. And a very nice play by Luis Aparicio. And that'll be 2 out. Maybe he's going to do it again here, Don Seacrest. Allowing a double and leaving him on. He did it in his first inning, the 6th, as you could see, it was with 1 out. This time it was the leadoff hitter, and it's going to be Bob Oliver, who is a very good frickin' hitter. Bob Oliver, 254. He has power. For the Royals, he is a quote unquote good hitter, if you will. And it is a clutch situation. Now it's Seacrest trying to get out of this shit. Second time, eventually this shit will bite you. Oliver, right-hander against Seacrest, the southpaw. Harrison on second. It's 8-1. Bottom of the 7th, 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Seacrest now. Whoa, that's a 2-5. Left-handed. Oh, he walked him. Wait a minute, Bill. Are you freaking kidding me? She's still alive? I thought she died. Shit. He walked him. 2-5 right, left-handed, walked him. Look at that Oliver walk, struck out against a right-hander. And Seacrest has now put 2 on. And look who's frickin' coming up to hit. It's Dave Moorhead. Oh, I frickin' love it. I frickin' love it. He is a 1WR Moorhead who is in this with the guy with the 5.7 something ERA brought in here because Butler tired and we're not frickin', it's a one side. We don't intentionally, hurt people. There's no reason to keep Butler. He's got to win. And we're looking Rachel Robinson. We are looking Rachel. I thought Rachel died. Oh, Lord, a powerhouse of a historical figure. Here she is. Oh, my Christ, she's still alive. Oh, my Jesus. And you want to know something? You know, the great thing, I could talk about Jackie Robinson. She got the Congressional Gold Medal for her husband, on behalf of her husband. And boy, did he deserve that. And if you look at that, here is a guy who, everything has to be spoiled. Okay, everything has to be spoiled. Here it is, him getting it. That's great and everything, except there's Hastert. Do you know what he did? I don't even want to tell you. I don't even want to get into it, okay? But I'm sure Bill Ivamy, you know about Hastert. But that's pretty wild. I did not know that. I don't know why I thought she... but Jackie Robinson is, if I have to say who I think the greatest baseball player was ever, and it has to do with global. Anyway, I could talk about Jackie Robinson all frickin' day long, but Moorhead is coming up. And what's great about Jackie Robinson is he really wasn't he didn't toe the line off the field. It was on the field when he was told that he absolutely could not, must not, shall not answer back to any shit he gets, racial slurs, everything. But off the field, he spoke his mind. He voted for Nixon in 1960. I know that may be hard to believe for some people. He wasn't crazy about his wife, Rachel, working. Okay? He had sort of maybe old-fashioned values in that regard when she wanted to work. So what I'm saying is he was not he was a multi-dimensional human being.
Right.
And I consider him maybe the greatest player ever for many reasons, but if you want to talk about greatest non-pitcher ever, just in pure ability, it's very hard to do. Okay? Because sometimes you have people in their prime. If you want to go longevity, I mean, you can go Ruth, you could go Honus Wagner, who would have been a home run hitter in the modern era. You could go Mays. You could go Aaron, who was absolutely like the most consistent of all, like more consistent than Mays. You could go with Ken Griffey Jr. Okay? But it's a very hard thing to do. Okay? Meanwhile, here's Moorhead now. He is a 1WR. And Moorhead, he was at the 64 Republican Convention, one of three. He was treated awful. I did not know that. And that 64 convention was a sort of a. There's a lot to say about that convention, okay? And they knew they had no chance against Johnson. Any person in their heart of hearts knew that. The speech by Goldwater is on YouTube, and it is something really to watch. As Moorhead steps up. And let's get this going here. Here's Seacrest now. Let's see if he can get out of this. First and second, 2 outs. He got out of the double with 1 out in his first inning of relief. Here's Seacrest, and the pitch to hold on. Okay, Seacrest facing Moorhead. Here's the pitch. Six, right-handed. Whoa, he chops it to first. He got a piece of it. Hansen fields it and throws to Seacrest, covering the bag. And the side is retired. You say you won't faint, Kathy, but sit down anyway, okay? Sit down for this, okay? It was a 6-6 left-handed. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, no, I'm looking at Butler. That's insane. Here's Moorhead. You see? Right-handed. You got to play these right. 6-6 right-handed. Grounded to first, side retired. Seacrest again gets out of it. Quite impressive. And he's got a 4 frickin' ERA. I am gonna fool you all a little bit and put you up some pictures of some people that we have been enjoying tonight. As I prepare my question. Now, just give me a second. I do need to. Now, I do need to. I'm really trying on this one, folks. It's not going to be easy because I've got to paste it. Wait for it now. Who, on his wedding night, rejected his bride because it is speculated that he was horrified by the sight of her pubic hair or her menstrual blood. These are speculations. I meant pubic hair from two sources. There are other sources. People have conjectured. Some people say he was more used to Greek statues. Oh, you two have such a great sense of humor. No. 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 Oh. Oh, that's the funniest freaking shit. Any other guesses? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. You know. Oh no. No, Bill. Bill apparently does not know this. I'm surprised. And you got to understand there is speculation. The marriage, and he's famous. Okay, he was a famous philosopher and writer. The marriage was annulled. First of all, it was never consummated. Okay, and that's no, it's not Gore Vidal. Oh Lord, shit. I'm gonna give it up to you all now. I'm gonna have to give it up to you now. I'm gonna have to give it up. Oh, that's a shame. That's really a shame. All things must come to a and it's a joke not on women. It's a joke on a guy. It's not I don't mean to mock him, but you want to talk about ignorance. Now back in this day, and this was in the 1800s. This was where the hell? Here we go. Oh, Lord. His name was John Ruskin. John Ruskin. Born in 1819, died in 1900. He was an English writer, philosopher, art historian, art critic, and polymath, if you want to call that, but when of the Victorian era. And oh, you guys have good sense of humors. And I just, I don't know how I came across this, but where is the contents here? Yeah, let's get to the contents. I'm going to get to the meat of this. Controversies. Okay, first of all, he had erotic paintings and drawings. That was J.M. Turner. I don't know what. As far as his sexuality has been the subject of a great deal of speculation. He was married once to Effie Gray. And I'm going to tell you, Kathy, I hope you don't mind. If this is the woman he was unable to accept, she is beautiful. Lord Christ. Absolutely gorgeous. To be able to marry such a dreamboat. He married her, and he met her when she was 12 and he was 21. And Effie Gray's, and people got married young back then. Effie Gray, the woman's family, encouraged a match between the two when she had matured. But they did marry. I don't know how old. I wish I could provide you the actual age. But it was annulled after 6 years owing to non-consummation. Effie, in a letter to her parents, claimed that Ruskin found her quote-unquote person repugnant. And this is a quote from Effie Gray from her letter to her parents. And you want to talk about shit that you have to go through in life. I mean, look at this lady is about as gorgeous as a lady I've ever seen in my life. Okay? Lord. And the letter says, here's the letter. He alleged various reasons. This is his reasons why he wanted to have the thing annulled. He alleged various reasons: hatred of children, religious motives, a desire to preserve my body. Maybe he didn't want to harm her body. And finally, this last year, he told me his true reason that he had imagined women were quite different to what he saw I was. And that the reason he did not make me his wife was because he was disgusted with my person the first evening. And that was April 10th, 1848. So here we can do a little investigative work, how old she was. 1848. Effie Gray she was 20, okay? Ruskin told his lawyer during the annulment proceedings, "It may be thought strange that I could abstain from a woman who to most people was so attractive." You see, it's not just me. "But though her face was beautiful, her person was not formed to excite passion. On the contrary, there were certain circumstances in her person which completely checked it." I guess the passion. And that is just, you want to talk about how fucked up human beings can be. Okay? Now today, some of you may remember when you were looking at Playboy magazines, when you were, I must have been 7 or 8. My friend had them. Now, whether you turn out to be gay or bisexual or straight, I have no question about that. I'm completely, I'm woke. Okay. But you knew what women looked like. You knew what women, different types of women, different ways of women look, the way they look. And this guy's gonna be out of his fucking mind. Now, we go on to say that the cause of Ruskin's quote unquote disgust, because we're really not sure, has led to much conjecture. Now, Mary Lutyens has a speculation. And she's pretty, she's pretty nice too. I don't go for the glamorous types. I think she's just lovely. Mary Lutyens, who's probably a socialite. Oh, she was an author. Okay. She's a freaking author. She's a she died in 1999. Holy shit. And she had a speculation about this. And isn't she, wow, a brilliant person. Mary Lutyens speculated that he rejected Effie because he was horrified by the sight of her pubic hair. Lutyens argued that Ruskin must have known the female form only through Greek statues and paintings of nudes, which lacked pubic hair. Now, how fucked up? How fucked up is that? Oh. Oh, God. I mean, I guess one of the things is, you should check out the goods before you get married. I mean, I understand back then things might have been different for a lot of people. But now it goes on. Peter Fuller had a different speculation, and this is the one that freaking kills me. He was a British art critic and a magazine editor, and he reflected his admiration for the aesthetic principles of John Ruskin. But he went on. He died in a car accident in 1990. He lived a long frickin' time. And by the way, Ruskin, was born in 1819. He died in 1900. And I'm not sure the year of when he went through all this. Here's Effie Gray. I think it's just absolutely fascinating. I'd like to see a photograph of him in later years. Here he is in later years, sure. 1882. Whoa. We're going to learn more, though. There's more, folks. Here he is in 1882. I just think, it's maybe the adolescent in me, but I just think it is sort of fascinating that this would happen. Now, Peter Fuller wrote something different. He was an art critic and an admirer of his. Quote, "It has been said that he was frightened on the wedding night by the sight of his wife's pubic hair. More probably, he was perturbed by her menstrual blood." That's freaking sick. That's it's just the ignorance. That would turn me on. Folks, that would freaking turn me on, the sight of that. Okay? And this is performance art, people. This is, you can say, well, Jeff, you are going over the line. You know what? Did you watch Taxi Driver, the movie? Did you see the violence in that movie? Have you admired anything by Stephen King for its bizarreness? Okay, this is my work that I'm doing. Now, we get further corroboration here that Ruskin's biographers, Tim Hilton and John Batchelor, also took the view that menstruation was the more likely explanation, though Batchelor also suggests that body odor may have been the problem. What kind of frickin' body odor? If a woman smells a little bit, so what? Back in those days, people smelled more, okay? And there's no evidence to support any of these theories. And Ruskin's marriage is the subject of a book by Robert Bromwell. Now, there's more that I have not even gotten into, and it's that Ruskin's later relationship with Rosa Latouche in 1858. This was like in the 40s. She was 20. Effie was 48, 1948. You could lose yourself in this, in the fascination of this. 1848, 10 years later, she was 10 years old. And he was about to turn 39. He was her private art tutor. He is not only a literary a writer, but an art historian and critic. I guess he's not an artist. And he was considered a polymath. He botany, myth, which is a great concept. But his marriage here it was educational until she was 18, and around that time he asked her to marry him. Okay. Rosa Latouche, who died very young. She died when she was 27 years old, probably of tuberculosis. Oh, anorexia. Wow. Holy shit. From either madness, anorexia, a broken heart, religious mania, or hysteria. Holy shit. Here's the picture that Ruskin drew of her on her deathbed. You ready for this? After him continually asking her to marry her, she was willing to marry if the union would remain unconsummated, as was Ruskin's first marriage, because her doctors had told her that she was unfit for marriage. So the point was they never were married. And maybe he just, maybe he just was a something, I don't know, but I feel terrible for even sharing this to the extent that I have. But I am really, really sorry. I think she had mental illness. But I want to just remind people of the point. Something you want you want to know a takeaway that I get out of this. And Kathy, I am sorry. I don't know if I would hate this to jeopardize our friendship. If you think I'm so inappropriate, being a woman. I don't mean to be, it's not a misogynistic, it's just out of disrespect for women. I love everything about women, with pubic hair, without pubic hair, when menstruating. That's what a woman is, okay? But I don't even know what I was going to look up here on Ruskin. He died when he was 80. Holy cow. There's a lot of controversies about him. His sexuality and I think he was just, now he's not necessarily gay, okay? I just think he, it's a peculiar, you'd have to talk to him about it. You know what I mean? You'd have to freaking talking to him about it and see what it's like. But that's about it. But at least you learn something, right? It may not be something. Some people think the whole thing is bullshit. I've spoken to people online about this. Okay? And some people think the whole thing is bullshit, but I thought the thing was fascinating. Can you imagine that? I take for granted the fact that I am, whether it be whether you are gay or straight or bisexual, whatever, you know, if you get sexually attracted, oh, now I remember, yeah. Uh, I don't think anything is a problem. I think it's all good. You know, pubic hair, menstruation, you know, everything is a super deal. So, uh, it is an 8-2 game. I think I have taken, taken this to a very bad level. Uh, so, I'll tell you, maybe I'll just take a break, okay, and try to compose myself, because maybe I did this as an escape, okay? I wish I didn't do this. I really, I really wish I had not done this. I'll be back in a few minutes, okay? I just, oh, I'm sorry. Oh, oh. This is how disturbed I am, folks.
Listen, guys, it's Quandale Dingle here. I've been arrested for multiple crimes, including battery on a police officer.
This is how the lengths I'll go to I guess it could be acting now. Maybe it's acting now. Hey folks, I got a favor to ask before I continue this ball game. Can we just forget that I did any of that? Is that oh, that's amazing. That was my water. I thought that was my toilet running. That was just the sink. Can I get any feedback at all on whether we can forget that I did any of that. Because I feel so bad right now about having gone through that. No, really, I think it was exploitive. I think it was exploitive on my part. By the way, sometimes I like to eat weird things. Like, some people, they fast. They have fasting, intermittent fasting, all sorts of things. And I think it's good to cleanse your body. I'm overweight anyway. And instead of going out to eat, get anything to eat, I'll have what I have in here. I have pretzels. I have actually a good number of Mike and Ike's. These were opened and very few. Boy, that's like a gold mine. I don't want to see that. It's like that's like half full. And I have unopened Rocky Road. Unopened. Okay. This is 100% grade A. You see that? I'm gonna, because I'm paranoid, I'm gonna assume that anybody and I don't need water. I don't think I need water. It's part of my fear, my wish. I'm going to assume that anybody who did not comment in text shit. Oh shit. No, I'm going to need to go to the store. I'm going to need to go to the store. I'm going to assume anyone who didn't reply that you're willing to forget about it is not willing to forget about it. And I know that's manipulative. But you know what? Look, it's not so bad. Is it really that bad, what I did? But I got to tell you, the thing that I'm going to add, I know that I should leave well enough alone. It's, you know the old expression, you're digging yourself in a grave or digging yourself in a hole. Whoa. Okay. She modeled for many photographs, and she was a writer. She had 8 children with Sir John Everett Milias, okay? A painter. And if there's any consolation to any of you, I'm feeling a little better. Lady Malace. Yeah. She was called Lady. That's a picture of her, a photograph. In 1861, this would have been, I don't know how many years after, 20 years after, but I gotta tell you, look at that outfit. Okay. In 1851, and I wish I could go back in time and meet her and court her and love her. How did she die again? How did she die? And how long did she live? She had 8 children. Holy cow. That she died at age 69. This is who we really should have been focusing on. Kathy Harden, you upset? What do you mean, what's happening here? What is the subtext of what you're saying here? I know you. I know the subtext. You don't like it. I'll move on. Okay? I'm gonna get back to this game. You could be honest with me, really. I'm just a fucked up guy, Kathy. That's all. I'm getting lost in things. Okay. Now I'm gonna take a break. I'm going outside for about 3 minutes, and then I will come back and finish this ball game, I hope. Okay. Hang in there, folks. Oh, I feel terrible. Now I feel terrible. I'm so sorry, Kathy. Whoa. Good people are right in front of you and you never see it. Oh. Okay. I better end this now. I don't know how to read that, but I don't want to comment on it. Take care, everyone.